Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, and the host for the Webtalk Legends Podcast. We do these to allow our guests to share their stories, to talk about trials and tribulations, things that have happened to their life, things that they, were adversity they worked through. They had some successes. We also talk about failures, we talk about health, personal development, you name it. And it's something that I hope that you are not just going to listen to our conversation, you're going to implement. You're going to take action. A couple housekeeping rules when you're watching us. If you're watching us now live, hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. Please, please, please do a step further. Drop a comment where you're watching from. If you're one that likes to overachieve, and we like them, drop a favorite emoji throughout. If you have a thumbs up, thumbs down, the pound, the fire, whatever works for you, so we know you're there and you're interacting with us. And before I bring on my guests, I want to make sure you guys take a look at a great product. It is something that everyone should have. It's called Got Backup. You have losing your photos, your videos, your digital data. This is an opportunity to save that and have a backup. For $9.97, you get 6 terabytes. You get involved. You save those memories. You don't have to worry about it going somewhere else. So if you want more information, definitely take a look at my description, and we will be able to help you more. Let me bring on my next guest, Melanie Arroyo. How are you?
Hi, Shawn. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, I like to share this with a lot of people that are watching. We are doing this and we're not scripted. A lot of times people think, oh, what are you going to ask me? What are we going to talk about? And I want people to understand we're doing something right now that if we were in person, the same thing happens. But you now are that fly on the wall listening to what we do. And that's what professionals should be doing on a daily anyway. We are growing our business. We're talking about how to make things happen. And that's what's important, that people understand. Nothing here is scripted. We have no idea what we're going to talk about. In a reality, we do. We're going to have lots of bits and pieces. And I do that on purpose so you, the guest, could get lots of content. Before we get into it, I love to hear it. Who are you and what do you do?
So I'm Melanie Arroyo. I am the CEO of MAQ Financial Services. I am a branch manager of Mortgage Now, and I'm also heavily involved with a nonprofit in our area called Rebuilding Together.
These are fantastic. Now, with the MAQ, what was that about? What is that?
MAQ is for hard money lending and commercial lending. We could do fix and flip, ground up construction, bridge loans. If you have a rental portfolio of, let's say, 10, 12, 15 properties, we could umbrella those properties into like just one product for you. And it's also for the commercial side of things, right? If you wanted to buy a car wash, a restaurant, office space, commercial space, things like that, you would go through the MAQ side of my business.
Gotcha. Yeah, learn something new every day. I know you're in the mortgage business. You're the branch manager. I know this. I didn't know there's other things you're doing as well. Which is fantastic. It's providing value, and it's
construction
important.
Is my thing.
Yeah, you got to get involved with that. And not a lot of people just go, when they're growing up, I'm going to go into the mortgage business. I'm going to be a lender. I'm going to do it. What were you like beforehand? What were you involved in? What were some of your past jobs or careers that you were involved in?
So it's funny that you bring that up, because if anybody ever gets to know me and they start asking those types of questions, when they hear that final answer, they're kind of shocked. So I went to college, right?
Whoa.
And got a degree in actuary sciences, and nobody even knows what an actuary is. I always have to explain it. It's somebody who assesses risk. That was a last minute change for me. The truth of the matter is I went to school originally with the intent of becoming a librarian. So totally different sides of the script there, right? But I've actually been doing this for a pretty long time. My employment info is public information. So if you go to type in my license number, it's going to pull up every job I've had for probably since 2000. I think I've been doing this since 2003 or 2004 in one capacity or another. So I'm hitting that 20-year mark, even though I'm not that old, right?
That is awesome. And congratulations on that. That's fantastic.
Thank
And
you.
being a librarian, and today that's like almost doesn't even happen. They're all different terms now. Media specialist. They might have, they're not just the card catalog. The kids of today won't even know what that is.
Exactly. And my internship was actually at the New Jersey Historical Society in their library doing genealogy research.
Wow.
So I did a lot of that type of stuff way before I even got into the financial industry. If you knew me then and you knew me now, I don't think you'd ever think that I would be in a sales capacity. That was probably like the last thing on that list that I would have considered doing.
So you go into, your college, you're going becoming the actuary, which is like I know that in the insurance world too.
Yes.
Um, being possibly going down that path of a librarian. Now, sales. A lot of people have sometimes it's a bad taste in their mouth. They're I don't like selling, which in reality everyone sells no matter what you are. If you have a significant other, you're selling whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to go out to dinner and they don't want to go out to dinner. You have to sell them on how to make that happen. Or maybe you want to go to my wife loves going to Hamilton. We've gone to Hamilton. I went with her 3 times. Do I enjoy I like it, but I know she loves it more.
Right.
So it's like she knows how to sell me on that, and I have no problem with it. What are some skills that are important for those that are watching that are going to sales that maybe they don't teach in school?
So originally, when I entered the mortgage industry, I wasn't in a sales capacity. The first 5 years of my career were in compliance. I was actually a VP of compliance at JP Morgan Chase and communicating. I was the person that always said no instead of being the person that was always looking for the yes, right? So I'm trying to basically tell these account representatives, loan officers, whatever it may be, that no, you can't do that, right? Then slowly my career evolved into sales, which first started off with like online leads. I worked at a mortgage company that supplied me leads, helped me get licensed, and I developed amazing phone skills because I was on the phone all day, every day for 3 years. Actually, the first 3 years of my career, I never did a purchase. I worked at a refi location. So I didn't even get into purchases my first 3 years of sales. I was selling them on lower rate, lower mortgage payment. Let's pay off your debt. Let's boost your credit score. Now would be a good time to shop around for insurance, see if you could cut your premium down. And that was the big sales pitch, right? And doing that really did help me overcome objections. Being able to read the room, so to speak. Within the first 15 seconds of a phone call, you could basically pick up a lot about a person's demeanor, how they're feeling about this call, if they're excited, if they're not happy. You're able over years of working on the phones, develop an intuition that is priceless that I also feel might be missing a little bit from that next generation or two after me, right? Because I'm Gen Z, I think they call me, right? Born in 81. Those phone skills are priceless. And when you're talking about the biggest purchase of somebody's life, they don't want a robot.
Yes.
People are always saying, oh, one day the mortgage industry, it's going to be completely automated. I highly doubt that, at least in my lifetime, right?
They talk about that with all industry, though.
I know, but who is going to make the biggest purchase of their life where it completely affects their budget, going through some sort of AI bot type of chat thing? I'm not saying those things are bad, because actually, if you work with leads, they could be an amazing thing for you. It's just that relationship. It is the relationship, guys. They could go anywhere. They're choosing you because of a reason. And if that reason is because you connected on the phone, you connect it with text, being a person of your word. Hey, I'm going to call you at 7:15, and the phone rings at 7:15. You've already set the precedent of the first 15 seconds of the call. They're entering the call with, maybe I can trust this person, even though I've never met them face to face yet, right? The first 3 years that I was working with leads, I never met those people. I was licensed in multiple states. I was doing loans in Pennsylvania and in Maryland and in California and all these states. They weren't ever going to meet me. It was starting trust from the beginning of the relationship.
And you said it, with relationship building, that is key. And a lot of people hide behind a text message. They hide behind an email. They're afraid to call somebody. But the only way, or even talk to someone face to face, the only way you're going to get business going, you're actually going to close business, you're going to have a phone call or a video call. If you want to make inquiries, you want to have interests, you want to create something for someone to have, you could set them up with a text, you could set them up with an email, you can do a little way of having a conversation, but it needs to lead to a conversation on the phone so that relationship grows. Now, with that being said, is there any strategies that you can share with those that are watching with using the phone and selling? Because a lot of people might be in real estate, might be doing network marketing, and they have rejection. They get that no, another no, another no. And I always tell people, you have to go 100 times, get 100 no's, and watch what happens on that next call. You're going to get that yes.
So I will definitely say repetition, right? The more you call, the more comfortable you will be getting the no's, right? I'm sure that if people have taken any sort of sales training, they're telling you you're looking for all the no's to kind of get rid of the no's, to find your way in this sea of like fish and everything, to find that one that's the yes, right? So that's definitely a great strategy. That's for cold calling, right? I will say once you've established the relationship, now you're in process. So I'm a lender. You do insurance. They're going to shop us. They're going to see if they could get a better interest rate on their mortgage. They're going to see if they could get a better premium on their insurance. And you're going to have to learn how to deal with that, right? You can't take it personal. Being able to overcome it right away, doing the work to see if you can match it, if you could beat it, if they did get a real offer, that's, super important. I will say that the one thing for lenders that I feel is a huge disconnect for the realtor is that sometimes the lenders disappear. That you hear it all the time, right? Lawyers, title reps, the realtors, even the insurance guys will all tell you, my lender disappeared. Very frustrating to hear that as a lender on my end, because that's something I've never done. I don't even understand it. Like, what do you mean? Dead, coma, or jail? That's the only reason why you wouldn't get a phone call back within a reasonable time frame. And if you ask me, my opinion is they're afraid of the no. No, I can't reduce the points. No, I can't change your rate. No, you don't qualify for that other program that some other lender told you about on the phone. And any little type of no, they just kind of disappear. They wait till the next day to shoot off an email, still don't pick up. You've got to jump on the no, pull that Band-Aid off and move forward quickly. Offer solutions, even if you know they're not going to like the solutions. Still bring something to the table like, hey, I don't have the best of news. You might leave this call feeling like you didn't get everything you want. But believe me when I say I tried. I have some solutions. You might not even like some of these solutions, but we're going to work on it together. I'm here for you through this no process, right? It works for me. I don't know about everybody else, but that's how I handle it. I do not stray away from the no. I pull that Band-Aid off. I make that call. I send that email. I recap the call. I'm pretty on point with that.
Hey, I agree with you. That's fantastic. And I appreciate you sharing that. Some great nuggets right there. Now, we talked on a call, actually used the phone, guys,
Yes.
and you were telling me about an FHA product that's out there that is pretty popular right now for you.
Oh, yes. It's a FHA streamline refinance for people who bought within maybe the past 12 to 18 months, got locked in at those rates of the mid to high sevens. Rates for these programs, VA loans and FHA loans, have dropped enough that if your mortgage amount, your loan amount is high enough, you could be experiencing some significant savings. Or you could be doing something along the lines of losing a few years off of that loan. Right? I might not be able to change your payment, but I could drop 10 years of mortgage payments. Does that sound like something you might be interested in? Refinancing is all about options. For our better credit scores, I'm going to say 740 and above, we do have rates for the FHA streamlined refinance on or around 5.75, which is pretty good, especially if you bought in the last 12 to 18 months. It's immediate savings, guys. Within 10 days, you're closed. There's no appraisal required. You're not going to go through the pain you went through with your purchase. I need very limited docs. That's why it's called a streamline. The government is allowing us to do this refinance with no appraisal and very, very limited financial documentation. I mean, I need updated photo ID. I need a bank statement and a mortgage statement. And we're moving towards closing. It's very quick. It's very easy. So that is definitely a product that I would suggest people start considering, especially if they're feeling the burn of going from a renter to a homeowner and paying that difference, and it's starting to feel like a struggle for them.
I think it's a popular thing that should be looked at no matter what. And my daughter's like saying hi.
Hi.
You want to say hi? No. You're just hungry? Yeah. But it's something that, yes, I agree. You need to have opportunities for every type of borrower that's out there. So having a conversation with Melanie, and I have all of her information in the description that you can take a look at, all her information, give her a call, make sure you have a conversation, talk about mortgages, talk about, life in general. Melanie's an awesome person to know, trust. I know that you can do wonders on the commercial side, on the residential side as well. And I appreciate you coming today, Melanie. Lots of great things coming down. Thank you so much for having
me. I really appreciate it.
And for everyone else, again, reminder, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share, because I know those that are watching, you gain some value. And definitely others should know about what we're doing as well. And if you want to be a guest, reach out to me. Don't forget, description, look at Melanie's information and reach out and connect. As always, we hope you have an awesome rest of your day.
Take care.